guys, welcome to Powerline. It's Kaiser here, and I felt as though I need to do an update video as well to kind of respond to what Skyknight said, as well as just give you guys an idea of like what's going on with me and why I haven't been as involved on the channel in the past few months. So let's start with why I haven't been as involved. So I finished my master's degree in May, and pretty much immediately after that, this is kind of cool, I traveled a bit. I was interviewing for some jobs, and in the midst of that, I ended up going to Japan for a couple weeks, and that was incredible. I went with one of my best friends from high school, Major, and we had a really nice time. And you know, after that, I got back to New York, and I had an interview like the week after in Atlanta, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get the job or not, but I interviewed for the job. I got offered it on the spot, and I took it, obviously, and now I've moved to basically the metro Atlanta area. I'm living a little north of Atlanta, probably a little more north than I'd like to right now, but hopefully that'll be changing within the next year. And yeah, so now I'm living down south instead of New York, so getting to why I'm not as involved in the channel with Skyknight. So during that time I was obviously very busy, like kind of figuring out my life, moving past like being in school. And also on top of that, my moving process was pretty stressful. I only had 2 weeks to find an apartment in well, it's 3 weeks technically. 2 weeks to really find, 2 to 3 weeks to find an apartment and like move down here. So it was a lot. And then after I got that all settled, like once again 2 to 3 weeks to just pack all my life up and like move down here. And then I started the job down here, and it's just been very crazy. I ended up taking the job during their busiest season of the entire year. So I was working like a lot of hours, obviously, and then just finding time for myself outside of work was proving to be very difficult, as well as I'm trying to create like a social life down here and meet some new friends maybe, which has been good, but a little hard just because, you know, I miss everybody back in New York, and I made some really great friends there. Makes me a little sad, honestly, that I'm not around everybody as much, but I'm doing okay now, and yeah. So, because of all this, I really haven't been involved in the channel, even more so than when I wasn't before because of school. So, this video is kind of my way to say that I'm going to try my best. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to be involved again. If you guys have any suggestions for me how I can do that, please feel free to give me video ideas. Being by my lonesome, that's a little harder to do like match videos, obviously, but I'm going to be providing some deck profiles in the near future. I have a couple in the works right now from set 11, I believe, which is the set that just dropped. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, synopsis, I moved because of that. I ended up not being as involved in the channel, and I'm sorry for that. I probably should have did a video like this sooner, but I didn't really feel like I wanted to prematurely state that I was moving, and then once I got caught up in the craziness of moving, it really kind of took a toll on me. And then, you know, I had to say goodbye to like all these great friends I made, and that was really hard. So, you know, I had to kind of put my life ahead of a card game in this channel a bit, which is obviously perfectly reasonable. And yeah, so I'm going to do my best to help out Skyknight however I can, and if you guys have any suggestions for me how I can better contribute or what you'd like to see from me, feel free to comment that. And also, this is kind of like a little sidebar, but if you live down south in like the greater Atlanta area, tell me where your locals is at. I will happily try and make a trip out when I'm not working to try and play some of our subs or like just experience the different locals. I'm kind of in the midst of, quote, shopping around right now for locals. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for that, feel free to do that. Yeah, and just, you know, feel free to message us on the channel if you have any questions, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you guys soon. Peace.